Last weekend, the first Smash Bros. Ultimate Major occurred, and it was called Don't Park on the Grass, and I was lucky enough to attend it. It was an amazing event with so many great players and great people and just amazing matches, and I was so just hyped and excited to be there in general. But before I get into everything, I'm just gonna go talk about my doubles bracket with MVD, my singles bracket, and the overall experience of everything. Me and MVD went back to our old-time Brawl team in terms of Pikachu and Snake, and now that we are both way better players and way better in doubles, it was so much fun to play. Our first round was against Steven Jobs and Stinky Peach, and we did pretty well. They were playing Inkling and Zelda, and while they did do pretty well, I would say that we just kind of eventually got our kind of foot forward, getting some edge guards, getting some C4 combos, all that type of stuff. Doubles is a little bit harder in Smash Ultimate due to the balloon knockback type of thing, so it's a little bit harder to get combos, but either way, me and MVD were just getting so much damage and so much positional advantage and just damage and kills, and suddenly we're just way far ahead and we end with a 4-stock pretty much in both games. And round 2, our match was against Meggy and Big Money, and they were a Zelda Chrom team, and again, similar thing, we kind of started off slow, but eventually got our footing, got our, edge guards against Chrom and things like that, and we were able to win fairly solidly. And the winners finals of the pool was against Kintobar and J Fox, or as he said,
I also go by Kirito, the most powerful gamer.
And they played Inkling and Young Link, and again, this one was pretty close. I think they ended up getting us to 1 stock each both games. They were kind of really obnoxious to hit, but again, me and MVD 2-0, pretty solid. We didn't drop a game in pools. Round 1 out of pools, we played against Legendary Jay and 8-Man, and they were playing Ike and Captain Falcon, but we didn't really have that much trouble with them. We kind of just beat them 2-0 again, edge guards and just advantage and grenades and all that type of stuff. That's pretty much just been the MO of the entire doubles, and it will continue to be, but we did win that 2-0. And then in winners quarterfinals, me and MVD played our hardest match of the tournament by far, which was against Tysa and Desi, which was a Robin Lucina team, and they did incredibly well. It was game 5 actually. Their strategy was incredible. Anytime they would get a hit on one of us, they would both just completely push that side and just push as much advantage as they can with like Levin Nair and Levin forward air and Thoron, as opposed to Lucina aerials also. So it was just really hard to get around them, and me and MVD were both getting stuffed, taking a lot of damage, and anytime one of us tried to support, it just was really difficult to work. So what me and MVD had to do was slow down the game by a lot, because realistically, Robin's projectiles aren't that threatening, and so he was able to do Nikitas, I was able to do Thunder Jolts, he was able to do grenades, and while they eventually got in, me and MVD were then very good at the scrapping type of game because of just our experience as players. So we were able to get our damage there and then throw them off stage. I would get some edge guards, I got a couple really clutch edge guards, and that's pretty much why we were able to win. It was a very, very tense 3-2 set to advance us into winner semifinals. In semifinals, we played against Firefly and Big D. We played them last Don't Park on the Grass 2 years ago, Yoshi Day-to-Day, and we did not have that much trouble. Day-to-Day, a really big character, was going to get hit by so many of the snake grenades and C4s, and Firefly didn't seem to be that much of a Brawl player. It seemed like neither of them really did, even though they did, I think, both play Brawl, but they were just getting hit by so many grenades, just errant grenades, errant C4s, and it was really hard for them to get anything started. And then of course I'm there being obnoxious and small and really aggressive, so they didn't really have time to adapt or even get anything started because I was just in their face and they were constantly getting hit by so many explosives. So me and MVD kind of coasted 3-0. In winners finals, we had to play against J-Tails and Cosmos, and they were running Ness and K-Rool in winners finals, and me and Jesse have a lot of Ness experience because our roommate Ricky plays Ness, and so we were able to kind of pick apart that character. We're both incredibly good against K-Rool because we just kind of understand him, and I was just able to overwhelm Cosmos with edge guards. MVD was able to overwhelm both of them with explosives, although he couldn't quite use them as much as he wanted to due to the fact that Ness can absorb explosions with his Psy Magnet, so we weren't able to quite do our camping game. But either way, just the damage and the C4 transfers that we were able to use, it was just so incredibly difficult for them to do pretty much anything. So we again coasted 3-0 into grand finals, where they made it back for the run back. The first 2 games kind of went the same, just edge guards, damage, combos, damage, just everything just kind of worked our way. Then game 3, me and Jesse were kind of feeling ourselves, and so we wanted to go Pikachu Libre and Incineroar, but Jesse hasn't really played Incineroar much. I thought he actually did because he was the one that theorized this team in the first place, so we kind of got smacked that game. But then game 4, we kind of picked back to Pokemon Stadium 2, and J-Tails actually went Game & Watch, was an incredibly good pick due to the fact that he can absorb grenades, he can absorb C4s, he can absorb my Thunder Jolts and my Thunder, and he actually did get a bucket one time, but he whiffed the kill, and honestly that was the deciding factor into why me and MVD won 3-1 and we're the champions of doubles at Don't Park on the Grass. I'm actually pretty curious if you guys want to hear more about the doubles meta and what characters I think are good in that, or just general really strong strong strategies in doubles, because I know a lot of people are focusing on singles or even squad strike, and I don't know how much people really care about doubles, so let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to hear more about that, because I can easily make a dedicated video for that. And now, let's get into some singles. Round 1 was against Ice Goat, an Inkling player, and I won that 2-0. Pretty solid player, just I was able to get small leads and then just, kind of gain my advantage, and so I was able to win 2-0 pretty solidly. Next up was against Sleepy, a K-Rool player, and I actually got a clip of him on stream. I actually edgeguarded him out of K-Rool's up B with a spike, which was insane, and not like Thunder Spike when he's above me, but I just went on it with a down air because it hit slightly behind him, so that was kind of cool. But either way, just again, as I mentioned in doubles, I'm very good at the K-Rool matchup, I feel like, for now, and so I was able to just win that pretty, dismantled him kind of 2-0. In semis of the pool, I had to play against Cake Assault, who is either the best or second best at worst Rivals of Aether player at the current moment, and he was playing Ike, and he was actually bodying me. He was 3-stocking me game 1 pretty solidly, pretty handily, so I was able to, slowly bring it back. I had to kill him his first stock. I completely top playered him his second stock. I just kind of hit him and just kept him in disadvantage and made him panic, and then third stock was incredibly close, but I did solid it out, and once I'm going to make a 3-stock comeback, I am just going to win game 2, so I did win that 2-0 to advance into winners finals of the pool, where I had to play against Pride's Cloud, and I had yet another really close game 1. I actually got forward smashed from about 65% center stage as his Cloud, and I did get the slowdown on last stock, the bing, and I thought I lost game 1, but I did make it back, and then he fished for a limit cross slash, and so he missed that, and I was able to punish and kill him, so I won game 1. And again, after that super close game when you're not winning against a pro, or you're almost about to win against a pro, then you lose, it's really hard to keep your composure. Because of that, I kind of just dismantled him game 2. It wasn't quite free, but I think I 2-stocked him way easier than game 1 to advance out of pools in winner side. My first round out of pool was against Milky's Peach, and I won that 2-0. It was really funny. I was kind of doing really well game 2, so I started taunting a little bit more, because you know me, I love to taunt, and actually he started taunting back when he would just randomly hit me away, which was incredibly funny, and actually he started making a comeback because I was 3-stocking him, and he did bring it down to 1 stock, so I mean, good stuff to him. It was really funny that we were doing that, but I did advance into the top 16. In the round of 16, I had to play against Rishi, the melee Marth main, and he was actually playing Pichu, and we had a couple of close games, but I feel like just my experience in a Smash 4-esque engine, and he wasn't the cleanest Pichu. I happen to have already played Void online, which if you guys haven't seen that, it is on Void's channel. I will link it down in the description below. Really good set, but I was able to win that solid amount just with my range, with my spacing, and he messed up a few recoveries that led him to get punished, so that was a pretty big deal. So I do win that 3-0 to advance into winners quarterfinals. And in quarterfinals, I had to play against Vermin Nubis, who upset Big D's Day-to-Day with Ganondorf, because Ganondorf is really real in this game. He is a scary character. Unfortunately for him, Pikachu still does incredibly well in the matchup, so that was kind of easy. I think it was a 2-stock, a 3-stock, and then a 1-stock, but I SD'd it literally 0%. So Verm, an amazing player, did incredibly well, ended up getting 9th, but Pikachu probably still one of, if not Ganon's worst matchups or hardest matchups, so I was able to just kind of run in and hit him with whatever I wanted, and then edgeguard him, and that was pretty much how the entire game went. So I do advance into top 8 winners. Top 8 was the first time I actually lost any games in singles, because I went 3-2 with Conga. He won game 1 really solidly. I messed up a recovery, and I got really greedy. I got hit by a punch and a forward smash or something, so kind of not the greatest play by me, but game 2 and then 4, I think I solid it out. I think every game other than game 1 was on Town and City, which was really funny, but Conga's such an amazing opponent. Obviously, he has been PGR'd in Smash 4 and was on the PGR 100, so he's an incredibly talented player. DK really scary in this game, but I was able to just get him in disadvantage. I was a few clutch moments of me mashing out of his cargo throw into spiking him off stage, which was, in my opinion, probably the reason I won that set, because I killed him at, I think, 30 and then 50 in 2 different games, and that was a huge deal. So I was able to advance 3-2, and as I mentioned in the ESPN article about Don't Park on the Grass, me and MVD, the top 2 seeds, we did meet in winners finals. The Panda Global Buddy, we were able to play, and we played so much at home. Pika Snake, I think we both think the matchup is fairly even, and that day it did look more in MVD's favor. He won 3-1 pretty solid. There were a few moments to me that I had the momentum, and then either I messed something up or something kind of weird happened that I wasn't expecting, and then it ruined my momentum or it tilted me, and then he was able to win. But MVD was just playing absolutely fantastic that day, on fire. I don't think he dropped a game until winners. Oh no, he actually dropped 1 game to J-Tails, I lied. So he did drop 1 game, and I think that was literally it through the whole tournament until winners finals, and he only dropped 1 more game against me. So he won that 3-1, really solid combos, just keep away game. All the stuff that everyone is talking about Snake at the current moment, just good keep away. That was one of the keys for him beating me 3-1 in winners finals to drop me into losers bracket, where I had to play against Conga again. However, this time Konga did not have a really close set with me. I just played way better offensively, and so I did steamroll to a 3-0 victory, just able to edge guard him a little bit better, able to keep him at disadvantage a little better, just able to read him a little better, get some combos that were a little better, and also I got the most disrespectful and the best moment that I have seen in Smash Ultimate yet, which was the last stock of the set. I went for an up throw at like 110%, and I ran, and instead of thundering, I taunted on purpose, and then he air dodged it, and then I anti-air up smashed him to get the kill, and I popped off because that was an amazing thing that I had literally thought of like an hour before that, maybe right before I played winter semifinals against Konga, so I'm glad that I got it. It was just an amazing moment. I'm a legend, and it put me back into grand finals where I had to play against MVD, where he 3-1'd me again. Games 1 and 2 really were not close. They would be close at the beginning, and then he would kill me first and then deal me like 100 before he died, and so I think both games ended up being a 2-stock. I barely won game 3, or no, I was winning a lot by game 3, and he almost made a 3-stock comeback, and then game 4 he was bodying me. I almost made a 3-stock comeback, but he did up tilt me into submission, got to the kill, and got the tournament, so I placed second at Don't Park on the Grass. MVD placed first. I'm really happy for him, and overall the event was just fantastic. Don't Park on the Grass 2018, just like the one in 2016, was an amazing event. It was incredibly well ran, so Aiden and the staff did an amazing job. The matches were incredible. The top 8 matches, if you did not see them, you really need to go to VG Bootcamp to watch those matches. The top 8 was incredible. Big D versus Magister was the highlight. There were so many good players between Locust, Captain L, myself, Big D, Konga, Magister. There were so many top players with amazing character variety in top 8. It was absolutely fantastic to just watch and be there, and I was just so excited watching it because it's a new game and just the characters were so cool and everything just, there were so many cool things that happened. The tournament was held in the University of Washington, so it was in Seattle, and Seattle had amazing food. So I went to a few restaurants, you know, got delicious pho, got sushi, just overall a really good food experience, and this had some really good, I think it was shawarma with a couple of the Melee guys, so I was very happy about that. But the overall experience was amazing. Like, it had nothing wrong with it. There was really nothing that happened that was bad at all. It was in a unique region. It was an amazing event with so many players. The Melee matches were also amazing because obviously Melee was there, although I didn't really pay that much attention to it other than Zane. But they just did everything right. Like, there was nothing like super crazy. Like, there wasn't like a waterfall in the background or an ice sculpture that you could take home as a top player with a VIP room. There was a VIP room actually, so that was kind of nice to be able to just relax there and get some warm-ups. But everything was just great. Like, there was nothing even a little bit bad about that event. So this year, obviously, there was more dedicated streamers. There was a lot more space because they used the downstairs area. There was a Splatoon area. There were just so many people, and it was so nice to go to the first Ultimate Major with everyone so excited about the game. There were so few complaints from anywhere in the crowd against any character except maybe like, wow, Snake's side B's broken, but that's pretty much about it, and like they're right. But it's not like nerfable, but just like, oh, it's a really dumb move, and people didn't expect that because everyone was sleeping on Snake, even though I did put him in my top tier, guys. I did put him in my top tier, so I'm still right about that. And after the event, I actually was able to go to Nintendo of America's headquarters, since they are in Seattle and they have a Nintendo store in there, and I was able to get such amazing things, and I'm very happy about that. And I might show you that a little bit more on my stream, twitch.tv/PGESAM, so go follow that if you want to check that out. But otherwise, yeah, the event was amazing. It was the first tournament. I got second. I'm feeling really good about my play overall. I do need to lab a bit more, you know, get my combos, figure out how to up throw Thunder because I'm still really bad at that. But overall, a fantastic event, a fantastic showing for me and MVD, and a fantastic event thrown by Aiden, so thank you so much. And yeah, that is going to be about it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. I will be doing these tournament wrap-ups for all tournaments, and I have been doing them on my YouTube, but I know a lot of my fans are new because of Ultimate, so I will be doing tournament wrap-ups for every tournament that I go to other than locals. Also, I might be doing like tournament vlogs. I'm kind of thinking about that because I do have my gimbal, and a lot of the footage here I can just do like interviews or just like talking and more things like that, like basic vlog type of stuff. So let me know if you want that. If you enjoy this content or like what I do, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the like. I would very much so appreciate it. You know, as always, social media, Panda, and partner stuff is down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.